grind, and I grind to live. I wanna do the things that matter to me, live like a good king, as life brings the good things.
The reason that I love talking about money so much is because money is an energy. And when I discovered that, then I realized it's something that I can change. I just have to change my energy. So I have to tell you guys, I actually filmed this video a couple days ago, but I realized that I was talking so fast, I could barely understand myself. And I'm like, okay, I have to redo this video because I want to get the point across of how important these changes that I made in my life to make a more abundant shift. And this is information that I've gained over the past 10 years and where I've applied it into my life and saw improvements, consistent improvements, and information that I've shared with other people where they have seen improvements in their life as well. So part of the reason I'm here on YouTube is because I know what it's like to feel in a desperate state, to feel in a lack energy of feeling like I will do whatever it takes to get something that I really need. So I was watching this video, how to manifest $10,000 in 3 days. And at the time, being a single parent, I needed money to pay my rent, feeling really desperate, not having the electricity on at the time, and not knowing how I was going to attract this abundance into my life and feeling really desperate. So I'm watching this video, tells you a technique, what to do to manifest this money. You're going to write it on your paper, put it under your pillow, and I'm like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to manifest it and receive that money in 3 days. I'm going to do everything perfect. And so I did the routine, and guess what? 3 days, didn't attract the money. And I did it again, and I didn't attract the money, and I did it again. And each time feeling more and more desperate and not feeling like I was capable of attracting abundance, being like, well, it's for other people, or I just have to marry somebody for wealth, but not realizing that I was capable of attracting abundance into myself, not understanding that energy and how the energy flowed. And the reason why it didn't work out was because I was in a lack energy. My dominant story, my dominant state was not that of abundance. It was a feeling desperate and feeling lack. And that was the story that was going on in my head, feeling that because I was a single parent, I wasn't capable of attracting abundance into my life on my own. Just thinking that was impossible, or that wasn't true. It's just a story. It's just a state. So my number one thing I want to share is changing your story. Like, what is your dominant story? What's your dominant state? What do you tell somebody when you just meet them about yourself or your financial situation or your best friend? Do you walk around telling your coworkers that you're in lack or that you don't have enough, that you're struggling from payday to payday? Or do you say, I don't have to worry about that. Like, it's all good. Everything's good. I feel good and confident, where you don't even really have to talk about money. It's just normal. It's just something that you get to talk about and it makes you happy. And being in that state, I talked to one of my friends the other day, and she did the best examples that I thought of changing your story. That she said, it's like you have a old school record player and you have a different disc that you pull out and you put a new song in. So it's like you're not listening to the old song that was playing when you have a much better song that's playing, unless you're still singing that when you have this new song playing. Then you're not going to get to enjoy it. You can't have the two states. You have to drop that old to allow the new to come in, and being in that abundant energy. So that helped me a lot, realizing just changing the story and saying, I am attracting abundance. I am becoming more and more abundant every day. Having those affirmations, I am open to receiving abundance. I'm attracting the best opportunities, the best ways to make wealth into my life. And then I don't have to feel I didn't feel that lack energy because now I'm in this new abundant energy. And that was just my new dominant state, my dominant story in my head. And it wasn't I'm walking around bragging. It was that I knew in my story, in myself, that I was an abundant person and that I was capable of attracting abundance. The number two thing that has helped me is being thankful for everything. I had met somebody the other day and they said, well, I don't have anything to be thankful for. I'm like, do you have air to breathe? Do you have water to drink? Do you have electricity? All those things you can be thankful for abundance in your life, and realizing that you can attract more and more of that. Being aware of the abundance that you have, whether it's food to eat or a paycheck or multiple paychecks, that you are attracting more abundance because you notice it everywhere, and that's your norm. So instead of noticing the lack, thinking about the lack, you're just becoming aware of the abundance that's all around you, that has possibly been there all along, and just aligning to more and more of that. You're quantum leaping, making that shift into a more abundant reality by making that your dominant state. The number 3 thing that I like to do when I'm feeling in a lack state and not realizing how I'm able to get, or how I would possibly get to in a more abundant, luxurious state, is going to find luxury items, or making a list of things that make me feel more luxury in my life, whether it's food that you eat that makes you feel luxurious, or one thing that I would like to do at a time when I didn't have any money and I was like, I know that I'm going to get money, and this is the first thing that I'm going to do with it. I would go to the mall and smell expensive perfumes and say, okay, this feels normal. I could have this in my life. That it's not a stretch. It's not such a big deal. Or designer handbags and feeling them and saying, you know what, this can be normal to me too. It's not such a big deal that thinking that I would never have it, and starting to just make it normal in my life, and being around more luxurious items in more luxurious places. And I would even think about luxury, and I would book a acting job where I was in a beautiful villa that's $4,000 a night, and being paid to drink champagne, and that just being my new norm, that I didn't even have to pay for that. I was actually getting paid to go to that and experience that luxury in my life. And of course, you don't need to buy the item, especially if you feel like it's a lack or it's a stretch for you, that it's going to put you into a debt, because that's not the right energy. The goal is to be more abundant and to feel more abundance in your life. It's just making that your norm. So don't buy something that's going to put you in a lack energy. You don't have to go outside of your means of feeling like a stretch. It's just something that feels normal, and then it will just appear into your life, whether it's you magically get that money, or somebody buys it for you, or however it comes, or somebody books a job where they want you to model that handbag and they give it to you for free. It doesn't matter. That becomes your new norm, your dominant state. So my 4th thing that I feel is really, really important, that made a huge difference in my life, was when I realized that I had an emotional attachment, or dropping the emotional attachment that I had of how it's going to come, where it's going to come, when it's going to come, and not feeling really worthy of receiving abundance, because I had that state thinking I was only attracting money, or I couldn't attract money being a single parent. But when I dropped that of how it's going to come, it would start to show up in all different kinds of ways, whether it's a bonus, or it's somebody randomly gives you money, or inheritance, or you get an acting job for $30,000 a week. However it comes, it's what you have attracted, and so you're allowed to receive it because you're worthy of it. It's your new normal that you have into your life, and knowing that you can be thankful for it and accept it. I said that before with somebody hands you $100. You don't have to say, are you sure you can afford it? Of course they can afford it. They handed you $100. You can bless them. If you feel like handing it back, you can. But that's how abundance and money comes to you. It comes to you in those ways that are completely unexpected. So when you drop that emotional attachment, then you start to see shifts. When I dropped it, I saw shifts really fast. I know I've said this story before. I want to share it again because it was such an exciting thing for me. When I said I'm thankful for a penny, and when I'm thankful for $30,000, I found a penny 2 days later, and I received $30,000 about a month later. And I didn't affirm it till I was blue in the face. I wasn't like, where's my money? I was good whether I had it or not. I was cool. I was good. I was like, I'm good. This is normal. Of course I can receive 30,000. Of course I can receive $1 million. It's my norm now. It's how I am being more and more abundant. And I love seeing when other people receive more and more abundance in their life as well. It makes me so happy because I know that's a sign that's coming to me into my life as well. Another thing that I like to do is find a good mentor. So you've got that money that you're attracting, or you want that $1 million. What are you going to do with that $1 million? Are you going to make it grow? Are you going to make it $2 million? Are you going to help people with it? Are you going to help yourself become a better person with it? What is your intention with that money to make it grow? Having that good mentor to help you, guide you on your journey, a good team, good financial team is really important, I feel personally. And lately I've been really liking Bob Proctor videos. I really like how he talks about money and talks about multiple sources of income, because that's something I really enjoy. Then I don't have to stress or worry about the one source, because I know I have multiple paychecks coming in and multiple opportunities that I'm learning from every job that I have as well. Instead of seeing it as a job, like I have to go to that, I get to go and learn something. I get to network at this job. I get to grow my empire and make it more and more abundant. And then I start to see that abundance in my life, and it becomes just a domino effect. So if you are here right now, just know that you are attracting more abundance. Take that as a sign that this is your new norm. This is your new norm, to have abundance in your life, to become as wealthy as you desire, and to have anything in your life that you want is not bigger than you. It's just shifting to a new state. It's allowing that energy to flow. It's knowing you're so worthy of it. You can attract anything into your life that you desire. So my intention is that you have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video.